Hi, Brad with Angler's Marine. We're hooking a pontoon boat up to our truck today, so we just kind of want to go through some of those steps. First off, we already backed the truck up underneath the ball, so we've kind of already started with this. So we're directly underneath the hitch. We're going to let the hitch pop the trailer down onto the ball. Once it gets over there, I always lock them down a little bit before it gets all the way on there. Let it rest the way down. Reason being, there's a little knuckle here on this particular ball, and if you catch it with those forks, you let it all the way down on there, sometimes it can jam and you'll have to mess with it. But if you do it like that, it shouldn't be a problem. Now, I've locked the gate down onto it, but that's still not secure. You have to put the safety pin in there. You got safety cables. Let's talk about this breakaway cable for a second. The way this particular trailer is designed is, for some reason, if this comes away from your tow vehicle, this will pull out and lock up the brakes. You never want this attached to the cables. You want it attached to the tow vehicle by itself. Now we've got our trailer hooked up. We're going to hook our lights up. This particular trailer has surge brakes on it, so we have to have an adapter. This adapter is called a 7 to 5 flat. Kind of wrap it around the tongue a little bit there. We don't want it dragging the ground. If you're going a long way, you've probably seen them drag the ground and they grind this off and nothing works. Now we're ready to tow. We got to look at the boat though. We got to make sure it's ready to transport. A lot of things people forget is their motor, so we're going to go back here and check it out. On a pontoon boat, it's not nearly as big a problem because when the motor's all the way down, it's still off the ground a little bit. But if you look at a bass boat, for instance, this one's getting ready to go to the water too. And it's trimmed all the way down. You can see there's not a lot of room down there. You're going to hit something and grind your skag off. So, not good. So back over to our pontoon boat now. We know we're ready to transport. We know this engine is trimmed down, and we want to get into the habit of always checking this and trimming it up. So I use the trailer as a guide. If I hit something, I want it to hit that trailer frame and not this lower unit. So about there is good for transport. You also want to remember to check your boat. Make sure there's nothing in it that's going to blow away, bang, as you're going down the road, tear something up, blow out, hit somebody else. I kind of already went through this boat, so I know everything's stowed and ready to tow. Shut the gate. Again, one of the things I want to point out as we're getting ready to launch this boat is we still have our straps hooked up here. I would encourage you to keep those hooked up till you get almost to the water. I have seen boats on the ramp before that have slid off the trailer. Not as critical now because the bunks are dry, but after you retrieve your boat, you're going to want to make sure you hook the straps up. We'll show you how to do that when we pull them out of the water. But always remember, this is what's keeping your boat on the trailer. Water, I'm getting ready to undo my strap, but just a safety note, whenever you get out of your tow vehicle and you're on the ramp, got the weight of the boat, everything's trying to pull you back down the ramp. Make sure you put it in park and make sure you lock your emergency brake down. Now go ahead and video the boat away from the trailer. I'll back you in a little bit, John, let you get warmed up. Whenever you go to launch your boat, make sure that you back it in a little bit, start your motor, give it just a second to warm up before you free float the boat. We're going to do that right now. loaded this boat, some things to remember with pontoon boats is they're the hardest boat there is to load. You want to keep the trailer as dry as possible. I kind of use the fenders on the trailer as a guide. I kind of just want the top of the water brushing them. And like on this, I missed the first time. If you miss the trailer, get off of it, get clear away from it, and reapproach again. Don't try to maneuver on the trailer. And then when I loaded it up onto the trailer, I let it settle onto the trough and just powered it up to the stop. Hooked up my winch strap. We're ready to pull it out of the water.